Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, Dr. Yukon Suckit. So, welcome back to my secret underground headquarters from which I am broadcasting. Let's see, today I am bringing you a deck that I found over at Magic GG off of the Platinum Mythic list for June 13th, 2022. And I found this deck, and I thought, let's play this deck. Let's check it out. And the reason why is it had a number of cards in it that I've either been interested in or I've never even seen before, right? So let's go through the cards. We'll talk about them a little bit, and then we'll take this thing out, and we'll see how well it does. At the low end, we've got Slip Out the Back. Now, this is one of those cards that I've been aware of. It's been out there, and maybe I played it. I'm not sure. But I've been a big fan of phasing. I think phasing seems really, really cool, and I've liked it a lot. And seeing Slip Out the Back made me think, man, I would love to play this card. It's a great price, it's got a great ability, and you get a +1/+1 counter on that creature as well. I think this is going to be a great card. It's not too much, but for 1 mana, what do you expect? But phasing is a great ability. I really like it. We got Fateful Absence. This is your white control, your cheap one there. You got 2 mana. This does what white shouldn't be able to do, which is to destroy a target creature or planeswalker. That's not a white thing. It's a black thing. But yeah, then you give your opponent a clue card. We got Luminarch Aspirant. Luminarch Aspirant, #1 card in white for months and months and months now, but come September, she is rotating out. Then you'd only be able to see her in, historic and other play types, right? But Dr. Suckit is going to say goodbye to Luminarch Aspirant because Dr. Suckit only plays standard. Let's see. So Luminarch Aspirant is a 1/1 for 2, and at the beginning of combat, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature that you control. So there, just got some creature pump there. We got Gnarlid Colony, which is just a beast. It's a 2/2 for 2, and if it is kicked, meaning you would have to pay a total of 5. It enters the battlefield 2 +1/+1 counters on it, making it into a 4/4. Each creature control with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample, meaning it would have trample, and more likely anything that Luminarch Aspirant has been touching would also then have trample. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it because it provides synergy with what we've seen so far, right? Because there's a +1 counter being passed out by a Slip Out the Back. There's a +1 counter every turn to some creature. If you want to give them all trample, you just keep passing them out to different creatures. Gnarlid Colony is going to help you out with that, with making use of all those +1 counters above just whatever it is, damage and toughness, right? We got Brokers Ascendancy, which is an enchantment that pretty much does what Luminarch Aspirant does, except for it does it at the beginning of your end step. And you put a +1 counter on each creature you control. So 1 more mana than Luminarch Aspirant, but of course it's 3 specific colors rather than white and a gray. But yeah, if you could pull it together, you could put 1 counter on each creature and a loyalty counter on each planeswalker you control. This is such a fantastic card. I hadn't realized it was that great. I thought it was pretty much just Luminarch Aspirant, but no, that is a great card. Why aren't we seeing this? It's because you have to play BANT. That's why. You have to play BANT colors if you want to play this card. Otherwise, yeah, you'd be choking on that, and maybe you don't want to play those colors. All right, we got the Disciplined Duelist, who is a double striker. Double strikers are a great plate to put extra +1 counters onto, because then he'll go from basically doing 4 points per turn to 6 to 8. Anytime you can double anything, that is a secret in Magic. The only thing better than that is tripling things, but quadrupling, doubling, that's another great one, right? And he enters the battlefield with a shield counter. That's funny, you don't see any shields on him. It'd be nice if he actually had a shield in his thing. Oh, Captain America or something, right? But he is a true BANT warrior at one of each of the colors, green, white, and blue. You get a 2/1. And that's okay, he's a 1, because that means as long as what you're hitting will take at least it's 2 damage or less, that thing's dead before he even takes a hit. You got Depopulate. Costs you 4. Each player controls a multicolored creature, draws a single card, and then you destroy all creatures. Suck at all creatures, you just suck at 4. Wandering Emperor, the pinnacle of white control, because at 4 mana you put out a Planeswalker, you can flash it in. You can -2 right off the bat to exile tap target creature, something that's probably attacking. You just get rid of it. You also get 2 life out of the deal, so awesome, right? The rest of the times you can either use -1 to put out a 2/2 white samurai token, or +1 to put a +1 counter on up to 1 target creature. It gains first strike till the end of turn. Therefore, it would also have trample, provided that you have a Gnarlid Colony out. Falco, Spara, the Pact Weaver. This guy he costs 4. He's a 3/3, flying trample. He's a bird demon. Let's see, enters the battlefield with a shield counter. Awesome. Look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast spells from the top of your library by removing a counter from a creature you control, in addition to paying the other cost. So it would suck to have to sacrifice a shield, but more than likely you'll probably have a +1 counter rolling around somewhere you can sacrifice instead, if you really want to play that top card. The cool thing about that is that if you play the top card, then suddenly there's another top card. So it really allows you to make a run on whatever you have on the top of your library, provided you have enough mana, and those cards are relatively cheap. All right. Doomskar, destroy all creatures. It either costs you 5 or costs you 3 if you can scrape 2 pennies together and foretell it, right? Elspeth Resplendent. When we saw her in the spoilers beforehand, I think everybody was like, who cares? Those first 2 abilities are a little on the lame side. But then nowadays, whenever I see Elspeth, I just know it's trouble, and you got to kill her. You just got to kill her because she's just such a pain in the ass. +1, choose up to 1 target creature, put a +1/+1 counter and a counter from amongst flying, first strike, lifelink, or vigilance on it. All that is just so horrible. Just things getting lifelink is just so horrible. Or just, whatever it is, man. That second ability is just so awful. But the good thing is you put a +1/+1 counter on something, and if a Gnarlid Colony is out, guess what? It already has trample, which is not one of the things you can pass out. But if you had a trample flying, 5/5 Luminarch Aspirant, great for it, right? -3, take a look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put a permanent card with a mana value 2 or less from amongst them into the battlefield with a shield counter on it. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. So then, something comes out with a shield, which is also a token, right? -7. I don't think I've ever seen it, but you can -7 her to create 5 3/3 white angel creature tokens with flying. Now, the good thing, Brokers Ascendancy, she is going to, loyalty up every single turn. So not only could you +1 something, then you could have Brokers Ascendancy giving her +2, which means that on her second turn out, you could have a -7 provided nobody attacks her, and create those 5 3/3 white angel tokens. At which point, then at the end of the second turn, Brokers Ascendancy would pump them all up, making them into 5 4/4 white angel tokens. It's so good. It's so good, right? You just need a little bit of time and people not killing everything. We have Farewell. This is the ultimate in white control right there. 6 mana, and you can choose 1 or more. Exile all artifacts, creatures, enchantments, or graveyards. Whatever you feel like, you are the master. This is just so insane that this is a white thing to do. So insane. Let's get down to Sanctuary Warden. So it costs 6. It's a flying 5/5 when it enters the battlefield with 2 shield counters on it. And whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, you may remove a counter from a creature or planeswalker you control. +1 counters, hopefully. And if you do, draw a card and create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token, who will then get pumped up itself by Broker's Ascendancy, and you'd be able to start a nice collection of citizens with tokens that just get stronger and stronger as the turns go by. In the lands, we've got a couple of Frost Dragons, a couple of 1 Storm Dragon. We got a Kamigawa land that does the disenchanting. Kamigawa land that does the bouncing. Anything else? Tri-lands, semi-fast dual lands, and just like one basic land, it looks like, right? 1 basic land. Oh, there's a Kamigawa one Does 4 damage target attacking or blocking creature. So that's a lot of utility cooked into your lands. That's what we got going on. Hopefully we can rock some worlds with this deck. Let's take it out and see what we can do. All right, we're playing against Volenstay. Volenstay. All right, we're playing. You got 3 mana here. Nice little mix there, and we will keep it. Look, I gotta say, I hate the way that I keep getting tricked into playing Alchemy. It is just ridiculous. There's no reason why that should be happening. It's like I might change a deck or do something, and next thing I know, it's defaulted back to Alchemy, and I'm playing against like bullshit cards or just something that really shouldn't be there, and that's just ridiculous. It's like, remember what I played last Dunkirk? It's important. Three already. Oh, did he foretell it or something? Probably. Alright, if I put out 3 mana, is that going to give me anything? No, it will not. So that's going to cost me 5 to put that out, make it into a 5/5. I got the time, probably. I got the time. All attack! Okay, so 5 is going to get us a Gnarlid Colony. 5 is going to get us an Elspeth. 5, I'm hoping, doesn't have to go for a Doomskar. I can always foretell it unless I get something good on this next turn. Alright, let's foretell. Let's send in our 4/4. Ooh, that's hard to believe you're going to block like that. Your guy had nothing but growth potential there. Alright, so here's 5. Ooh, all my dudes? Yeah, let's get all the dudes out. Alright. You can start getting in my way, start to clear off the board or something. What does this take? +5? And what is it? It is a 3/4. Excellent. You're gonna sack another. You're gonna kill another dude. All right. I'll keep it up. And I'm gonna hold back. He's going to love my next move. Oh, it's only going to get up to... I can only get up to 10. I'll get 11. Alright. If I attack, he's going to have to block. Especially if I send this guy out. Throw on the flyer. Okay, I got trample. Is this going to be enough? He's going to gain 4 life after it's all done. It's not, I don't think it's enough. Hey, get that 4 back. I could have just phased it out. That would have done it. I'll have to remember that trick for the next turn. He'll probably just give it up right here. Maybe he's just desperate at this point. There we go. Victory! Alright, playing against Nomore. Hey there, Nomore. How are you doing today, my friend? Alright, we got 3 mana. Nice selection of colors. Depopulate, Doomskar, and Falco. Let's keep it. Let's see what it does. Man, I have no idea. Falco, Spara, Pact Weaver, Flying Trample, 3/3. When it enters battlefield, the shield counter. Taking a look at the top card of your library in time. Cast from the top of your library, removing a counter from a creature you control in addition to paying the other costs. Alright. This is a counter-rific deck. We're going to need, start off with slow. Both of these are fast. Blue, so I'll need this green if I'm going to need to play something out like that. And I'll just cock that gun. Alright, let's double up on the whites. And let's put out the Duelist. Yeah, we're playing against Angels here. Doomskar is going to do us really well. Other than the fact of how am I guess Doomskar will... The shield will save my dude from a Doomskar, which would be nice. Alright, so let's play this as a... We got a green. We have a blue. Let's do another white here. And let's send it in. Probably gonna let it happen, I expect. Yeah. There you go. I'm going to have to Doomskar, so we're just going to let it ride with this guy for a little bit here. Yeah. Doomskar! Never meant to be. What? I gotta scar my way through those guys all over again? Well, that's just ridiculous. Doomskar! Never meant to be. Doomskar! Never meant to be. We're done. Alright. Not flying haste. That would be really cool right now. Let's 5 it up. Ooh, I can't do it. Not enough green. Well, that sucks. Really? I need 2 green for that? I learned this guy's legendary. He's got a name on him, right? So I'm not going to be able to get 2 of them out. Whiff, 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 whiff. Whiff, whiff, whiff. Eh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got enough to sound out the other thing. Let's just go for it. I already paid for it. Next turn, maybe, right? Suck it, Elspeth. Yeah, that sucked. Now I need another mana, though. I need another mana to be able to get my Storm Giant out. there it is. Not green, though. That's one of the things I don't got there. I got plenty of white. Let's just do that. Let's Storm Giant it up. How's that first strike gonna strike you there, my friend? Yep, Giada. She's under a giant's foot right now, being crushed into a bloody pulp. No blocks. Ooh. Does that thing tap? Is it vigilant all the time? Gosh dang. I think vigilance doesn't only last until the next turn, so we just need... Alright. See ya, Elspeth. Suck it. Come on. Suck it. Oh, I pay an extra part. Okay, what can I do about that? Oh, so it's got a vigilance counter. That just bites. I'm gonna have to start blocking like an idiot. Alright, well, 4 points of damage is not going to win me the game. What's he doing? Vigilizing these things? I can throw out that one. We are going to pass our turn. I'll be able to kill one of them, hopefully. Yeah. No, the Righteous Valkyrie is going to kill us dead. Suck it, tapped person. Not helping. I can block, though, for a second. And still can't get past the flying there, so let's just pump him up. Yeah, here's the Guardian Savior bringing back a zombie Giada. Just a stitched back together pile of goo. There you go, Charlie Brown. Come on! Board wipe. Exile tap. Creature. I could trick him into something cool. Let's see. I need 5. I still don't have 2 greens, so that's not going to happen. This guy's not going to be able to block anything on the ground. Let's just do it. I still can use that 2 anytime. And we're done. Alright, I'm dead. There's nothing I can do about it at this point. Except for I can kill something. Kill something. If he decides to be conservative in his attacks, I can kill something. Whatever. Whatever. Whoop whoop! Suck it, Jutta! Suck it! Suck it. Alright, we're playing against Quallenboy, I guess. Quallenboy. We got a boardwalk. We got some ability to pump, some phasing, and that looks good. Let's keep it. Start off the slow one. Move into the Hall Giant on the next turn. The Hall Giant. And we shall foretell the Scar of Doom. Scar. Let's see what I got. I got blue, and I got everything. Let's go ahead and put out a white, and let's put out a creature. Yeah, Brokers Ascendancy is looking pretty good right now. I still can't even tell. What does this guy do? Flying Haste, the next instant sorcery you cast this turn for X. Costs X less to cast. X is the number of wizards you control. Oh, and he got bounced. Super. Find himself some time. Alright, we're going to put some green out. We'll go back to the Disciplined Duelist again. Is that a fact, Jack? Touch the precious. Get your hand out of that. That's just gross. Alright, this is just Jace the Scry Machine. He's not really putting out a lot of creatures there, is he? Alright, so I know I need another white. Let's try that. We're going to put out the Ascendancy. And let's teach Jace what's what. And not push the wrong button again. Alright, got the ability to save Jace with the slip out the back. That'll be nice. All right, Quallenboy, let's do this. Let's throw down. Come on. You got a lot of blue mana there. 1 red. All right. So you can play something that costs 3. Does he count as a wizard? Cinderclasm. He's going for it. Womp. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and green up in this situation. I'll foretell another Doom. And we'll go in for another attack. With twice as much damage. And then balloon up by 1 again. I have 0 ability to save the Disciplined Duelist. I should have probably tried to phase him out ahead of time. I thought I was going to have a little bit more time. I wasn't paying attention to the phase order. Or to the, yeah. And we got a Jace again. Alright. Oh no, there's 2 of them. They're being very tricksy. Going after my creature. Nuh-uh. Do I have enough here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's number 7. Let's put out a blue. There we go. All attack. What am I yodel there? Yodel victory. Ooh. Alright, so here is Banty McBantface, the mid-rangiest Bant deck of them all. No, it was interesting. Mostly, I saw this deck, I thought, yeah, there's some new cards I haven't played with before. And the funny thing is that New Capenna has been out for a while now, long while. And I just don't feel like it's really made its mark. There's been some great cards that we're definitely going to see in Standard play for quite a while. But like Giada, you're not going to see the end of her forever. But and rigged, was it rigged something? The green one that gives, because with Luminarch Aspirant heading out, the rigged one is going to be sticking around to be that same thing. You know, same thing with we just saw Brokers Ascendancy. You know, it's the other one puts one on it, the whatever combat. This one does it at the end of the turn. It just has to happen, right? These things are going to be around forever. Luminarch Aspirant proved it was well worth having. You're going to see these all the time. So, but yeah, I've never played with. Have I played with Disciplined Duelist? I'm not sure. I know I played with some dual strikey guy. Maybe he's had shield counters. I don't quite remember. I don't think it was. He doesn't look familiar. I've seen Brokers Ascendancy out and said, man, I got to start playing with that. I had not played it before now, to the best of my knowledge. Falco, Spara, I wasn't even aware this card existed. Depopulate, maybe I saw it somewhere. I don't think I've ever seen anybody play it, and I don't believe I've played it myself. I have become a big fan of phasing. It's a whole reason to start playing blue. So I think I've been looking for this card and finding some way to play it. I think it was great. So what do we have to say about this deck altogether? What is the point of it? It's all about getting out creatures and pumping them up and taking advantage of having those extra counters on them. Because the Gnarlid Colony says that, and this is probably one of my own faults here, is much like Meathook Massacre, Gnarlid is great just coming out for that 2 mana and not getting that full, extra 2/2, counters on it, making them into a 4/4, right? You want to go for it, you're trying to play it, but guess what? You got a lot of other creatures that are going to have +1/+1 counters on it, and they want trample, and you need a Gnarlid Colony out there to help that out. So this is going to help out. This is going to put that out there. This is going to put it out there. That's going to put the +1 counters out there. This guy wants +1 counters like crazy, and his shield will keep him around. I mean, Exile, sure, they'll get him out. Anything doing -X is going to kill him. But like half of the stuff that'll kill a guy, he'll protect from for at least one round. Elspeth, I think. Where there's some card that puts shields on dudes. I guess we don't have it in this deck. That might be nice just to try to keep him in the pink, right? By throwing more shields on him potentially. Falco, he comes into play with a shield counter, and then you get to remove a counter from a creature you control to play the card from the top of your library. There should be plenty of counters for you to sacrifice for this ability, right? This one puts counters on stuff. Depopulate, that's just another Doomskar. Cost you, was it 4 here? At least you got to draw a card out of the deal, because you do have a bunch of multicolors there that you're going to see some play. Farewell gives you a lot of advantage. I mean, these are very nice. This one throws out shield tokens, right? So, it was an interesting deck, putting out tokens on stuff. Very banty. Only really, we got that one blue card there. This is blue. I guess this is the reason for blue, because of all the bantiness in it. I was going to say, if this is the only blue card in here, then man, even though it is space awesome, I almost wouldn't recommend doing it, because why would you put a whole nother color in for just one card? But we got other blues going on there. There's a reason for it. Because I gotta say, phasing out is such a great ability. It's better than just bouncing. I mean, I guess bouncing will reset it back to 0, and if you have enter the battlefield effects, it'll help out. But then again, if you pump, and you got a bunch of +1s on it, then phasing it out will keep it. And that easily could happen in this deck. So let's talk about the 3 things, which are competitiveness, fun, and theme, right? And I think from a theme perspective, I think this deck is pretty decent. I think that all the cards sort of work together. They've got that idea, which is that some of the things are trying to work with counters, other things are putting on counters, and that things are trying to sort of stay alive with shielding. So, and they're pumping themselves. We got a bunch of good control in here. In the Fateful Absence, taking out the individual stuff. The Depopulate, Doomskar, and Farewell helping you to take out large quantities of stuff. You just got to learn to play them right. Like my second game, I just went to crazy town trying to take out his angels, hoping that he would stall out. That did not happen. He just kept doing it, and then he had Graveyard Recursion on top of that. So, anyways, but this deck, it's got a lot of potential. If you chill out, play your cards right, literally, a pun wasn't intended, by the way, then, yeah, it could do fairly well. I think the theme is there. Is it fun? It was all right. I'm going to say midland on it. I'm not going to give it a plus, not going to give it a negative. I'm going to give it a midland. Is it competitive? I did pick this up off the Platinum Mythic list, so I'm going to assume it is competitive. Did I feel like I was winning with it? You know, I won 2 out of 3 games. That's not a whole lot, but that's not big enough to say that it is a great deck. I didn't feel it was a great deck. I felt it was an okay deck, and it has some good beats to it. So it could be that this is a fantastic deck, and it's just not a good deck for me, and that's why I had such a hard time making it work or understanding what was important. So what am I going to rate this deck? I'm going to give it an A, because it was okay fun. It was fairly themey, and I would bet that it's competitive. I'm going to give this one an A. So anyways, I hope that you have more fun with this deck than I did. That's all for now. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, I want you to have a great day. In the words of my people, word to your mother. Bye.